brand new episode of Falling Upwards, an episode with some very special guests that we're about to welcome onto the lawn. But of course, first I'm going to say hello to my lovely co-host. It's Maddie Armstrong, everyone.
Hello!
I'm loving your earrings today.
Thanks. There was a time a few weeks ago where they were longer than my hair, and now my hair is longer than the poms.
Oh, I feel they're very fitting for the lovely guests that we have, or guests, I should say, that we have on the lawn today. So shall we introduce them?
Yeah!
Okay, so we are welcoming our lovely guests onto the lawn. Let me give you an introduction before I even say their names. This is how we do things. This is a team that started out creating off little doodles to brighten up their day. Those little doodles became webcomics with a global fan base who follow their special character Tubby, who promotes kindness, self-acceptance, and optimism. From doodles came stickers. From stickers came merch, then plushies, and, in my opinion, this is just my take, a solid entry for the Eurovision Song Contest. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just saying, think about it. Think about, wouldn't be a bad entry. But in the meantime, before that day comes, they have just released their brand new book, Tubby Nugget, Escape from Nuggetville. Millions and millions of people online love their work. We're stoked they're here. It's the creators of Tubby Nugget, Jenine Pastores and Josh Jackson. Hello!
Thank you for having us.
That was one of the loveliest introductions we've ever had. Thank you.
No, we want the hype. How are you feeling? How are you doing?
I love it. I feel like we've had such a great opportunity to speak with people, not only as like the people behind Tubby Nugget, but as ourselves. And it's been so much fun already. So we're excited to talk to you guys.
For our listeners, where are you based right now?
We're based in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Been here for 10 years.
Yeah, Josh is actually a New Yorker. So he moved here in 2015, which is when we met and when we actually started dating. So we've been
Didn't waste any time.
Amazing.
working together for quite a while.
We always say this space is called the lawn, and Maddie is queen of the lawn, as you'll see. But before we usher you in, I thought we'd chat a little bit about Tubby Nugget. A good friend of ours, Stephanie, reviewed your book and absolutely loved it. My favorite bit that she told me was that when she finished reading it with her son, he asked her to read it to her again, which
He loves it.
That makes me so happy.
Makes me so happy.
Josh and I have a huge soft spot for kids, so I feel like that means a lot to us to know that kids are still like in love with the story too, and that parents are happy to read it to their children.
What would you say is your main audience? Is it sort of like 50% kids or 50% like adults that need that sort of comforting thing? What would you say?
That's one of our favorite questions. It depends on the platform they found us on. Yeah. So for Instagram, it's primarily probably people closer to our age range, which is like between like 18 to 35 range.
Yeah.
When we started posting on Facebook, it ended up being like an older audience of people like in their 40s to their 60s, which I also kind of loved because we didn't think that like older people would enjoy our content just as much. And then YouTube, we have... Yeah,
I think honestly, one of the things we were most excited for about the book is because it's for like kids to be able to like read it, like kids that are, not social media appropriate age. If you're under, I feel like a 6-year-old should not be on Instagram, but Tubby Nugget is mostly on Instagram, so usually like the parents would show them it, a little bit at the time, but it's nice having a book and the parents can read it with their kids. My best friend has been reading it to his kid, and she doesn't even know how to read yet, but she's been wanting to go through it again and again. I'm just like, that's great. And I love that.
It's longer than most kids' books, so I appreciate every parent who is sitting down and reading like 100 pages with their kids every time.
Yeah, we make it a little long. So.
That's our bad, guys.
It's a little long to go one sitting. Yeah.
But that's great because Tubby Nugget speaks to everyone. It speaks to even the older mums on Facebook. I think I showed my mum a picture of Tubby Nugget and she was like, "Oh, that little character's so cute." It truly speaks to everyone. It's a universal thing.
Thank you. Amazing. That means a lot. I hope that we can keep like attracting a variety of audiences. It makes me happy with all the different interactions that we get.
This is such a random question, but I was thinking about this going into this interview. If you managed to get like a Tubby Nugget movie, who would you want to voice Tubby Nugget?
That's such a good question.
It's I'm gonna expose my nerd brain. So you know the British cartoon Wallace and Gromit.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
huge fans.
They when they made their movie the first movie in 2005, they were trying to get some celebrity to voice Wallace, and the creators were like, "No, we got to have Peter Sallis, I believe, is the original voice, the guy who had been voicing Wallace, and then they've
Good.
casted some other celebrities." So I'm like, Jenine, you have to voice Tubby, in the
Oh.
Tubby Nugget movie.
I thought you were
Even though you're not a celebrity yet, or like A-list, you're not like Zendaya status yet. Maybe Zendaya could play a supporting role.
Yeah, that's the craziest sentence I've ever heard.
You are Tubby Nugget. You just say. There's no other
I do.
person.
I do very much enjoy voicing Tubby, but if we had to have a celebrity, I'm a huge fan of Piper Curta, because Piper Curta was just in Hot. Yes, and
No, sorry, Piper. Job.
He's hyping you up. You gotta take them.
There's only one person. There's only one person. It's Jenine.
I agree, though. That is a very core identity of Tubby Nugget. It's a really cute voice.
Yeah.
You do such a good job. I don't think anyone can replace
also-
you.
He's also great at ad-libbing as Tubby. I mean,
Really?
half the videos are just ad-libs I've recorded.
Really?
Yeah, the chocolate chip cookie
I feel so
song
exposed now.
is literally her in the kitchen singing to herself, and I'm just creepy with a microphone behind him. Like, sing that again. That's amazing.
That was
I'm so
ad-libs?
Yeah,
So, like,
ad-libs.
when Tubby Nugget is like, there's probably some more steps to that, and I love that line. Was that an ad-lib?
Oh, 100%.
That's
I still have the original voice memo on my phone.
That's so funny. Yeah, Josh.
yeah.
Josh has a tendency of just following me around, going about my daily activities.
Yeah.
I talk to myself a lot, and that's not.
Yeah, you do talk to
not the
yourself a
most
lot.
normal thing to do. But I guess I also just love, like, and I'm gonna expose my family a little bit here, but everyone in my family kind of sings to themselves about whatever they're doing.
Yeah. Nice.
And I think I kind of like took that bit and carried it on.
You guys all have like the Filipino singing gene, so it's just,
Filipino singing gene is just us singing in the kitchen about whatever activities we're doing.
I have a bunch of voice memos on
boy.
my phone of songs that we haven't made yet, but it's all Jenine. And so a lot of times, if I miss recording it, I'll be like, Jenine, please sing that again. Jenine, and
I'm so stubborn.
This is one voice memo. We haven't made this one yet. We're actually about to. But I'm like begging her. I'm like, please sing it again. And Jenny's like, no, it's not good. It's not good. I'm like, well, just sing it, because we won't know if it's good or not unless you sing it. And then she's like, okay, fine. And she sings it. And I'm like, actually, that's not that good. We might not make that.
I mentioned that Eurovision thing at the beginning just because I was like, that would be an amazing entry. But legit, you have everything on your plate to potentially enter Eurovision.
That's so flattering. I do enjoy that people love the jingles, because it makes me feel a little less like, oh, okay, I'm just crazy for like singing to myself in the kitchen, having fun with like the mundane. But
a little scoop will probably the full Tubby Nugget album is hopefully coming out. I should be coming out this year. We're gonna release it one song at a time. I think the next song is gonna be the full DMV song.
we have like an extended DMV song, and
that should be
the grocery song, the nap. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm
So,
excited to share it with people.
We have a great producer named Matt Reyes, and he is currently hard at work mixing all the songs. It's gonna be really good. Anyway, yeah, so just a little tangent.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Like this joy that you both have, you know, you've talked about mental health and how Tubby is meant to promote that positivity. Was that something that you genuinely thought about, or is that, you know, you're literally such lighthearted, joyful people? Did that just come through naturally then?
Essentially, like, Tubby's origins is that he was a doodle that Josh would make for me when I was feeling like sad and feeling a little low about the world and about life. So when we started sharing it online and saw that people also wanted to share that with each other and like had this same need to like embrace their inner child, I think that made us realize that the world was a lot like us in ways that we didn't imagine. Like
Yeah.
people who were of different ages, of different cultures, like all across the world were still finding joy and like embracing their inner child. So
There was I think in the first year of doing Tubby, we were exploring the character, trying to figure out what exactly this character was. And if you scroll like all the way to the bottom of the Instagram page, there were some of the original comics, like there are maybe ones where like Tubby has a little bit of like a more sarcastic personality, which we then put to his best friend Nabi. But then as the character grew, I mean, honestly, he just became more like Jenine and became more wholesome and adorable. And he always had
That's
that.
very
He always
sweet.
had it. But he does have a mischievous side too, which I think still is remnants of like our early explorations. Which I mean, that's completely Jenine as well, who also has a mischievous side. So
I have no idea what you're talking about.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite like Tubby Nugget story or webcomic? Like, what's your favorite Tubby Nugget moment ever?
For a real life one, it's a very short animation that I love, but it's one where Tubby is sitting on a bench with me, and it's originally based off of like a conversation that happened in the car with me and Josh, where we were eating, we were eating in the car, and I don't know what we were eating, but it was so good, and I was like, oh my god, I love you. And then Josh was like, oh, I love you too, and I was like,
And I'm like, you were talking to the food, weren't you? I'm like,
yeah.
that. Wow, my bad. Don't let me get in the way of you and your true love.
And I was like, but I love you too. And then that ended up becoming a literal Tubby animation of Josh, of like me sitting next to Tubby and being like, oh, I love you too, Tubby. And Tubby like, you're talking to the food, aren't you? I was like, yeah, but I love you too.
We just got a live Tubby Nugget demonstration.
I always feel like people haven't like seen me do it like in person, but yeah. I get a lot of comments from people who are like, oh, what kind of voice filter do you put on Tubby? And I was like, there's no filter.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
And so when we were trying to figure out Tubby's voice, because originally it was just webcomics, and then we transitioned to animations in 2021. And I was like, Jenine, number one, we don't have money to hire a voice actor. Number two,
That's so real.
Number two, you do this voice, and I've heard you do this voice over the years we've been together.
I was in denial about
And
it.
I'm just like, that's the Tubby voice, And I mean, you really didn't want to do it at first.
Yeah, it's intimidating to like really give a character their voice for the first time. Like I mean, there's like the same thing with like Hello Kitty and Kirby and like all of these big characters that people are so used to like not hearing like a real voice for. I kind of just assumed people would want the same for Tubby, and so when Josh asked me to do the Tubby voice, I was like, maybe I don't have to because people might hate it. But I'm glad that he pushed me to do it because it ended up being like a really fun way to express myself beyond just the writing. It's been fun.
And it's a core part of Tubby's, like Tubby without the voice. It's not Tubby Nugget.
This means we want to usher you onto the lawn properly, fully.
Oh.
We talk to people and talk to our lovely guests about the variety of things that they've dealt with in their lives to get to the amazing place that they are now. Maddie, of course, is our ultimate arbiter of the failures that have happened, and you are so close to joining her court. She's like Queen Emperor. We keep adding titles to her.
We keep changing the name. It used to be
That's
King
what I
Arbiter. Now it's Queen Emperor.
Emperor.
All the titles.
All the titles.
I love it.
I love this. But
of course, to get onto the lawn, I have to ask you the first question, which is, what's your favorite failure?
That's a beautiful question.
Oh
my gosh, my favorite failure is, I mean, ironically, like after we weren't planning on doing Tubby after like college. Like, well, I mean, at least for me, I was studying filmmaking full time, and so I was like freelancing in the screenwriting and the film space, and I was fully intent on going that route into live action. And then I ended up getting sick, and I was told to take a year off of work, and that's when Josh was like, make our cartoons together. It'll be fun. It'll be a great way to like, take a step back and just like focus on something fun. And then Tubby ended up taking on a life of its own. So in a great way, like I failed at being a filmmaker because I accidentally became an animator with Josh. Yeah.
Some things, the best things in life are unplanned, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think so.
truly,
I think so.
truly.
And if we end up doing films with Tubby, it'll be a fun little full circle move moment.
Voiced by you, not by anyone else.
Yes.
Voiced by
None of
you.
them. Voiced by Jenine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh,
I think we both kind of had this moment where we were initially, I mean, I came out to LA to pursue filmmaking, and that's initially what got us together. We would make films together.
Yeah.
And then there was this kind of feeling like, am I like failing myself by not like pursuing my original dream, or like what I initially set out to do? And then I realized, well, hold on a second. When I think back to like my childhood, I loved making cartoons and drawing, and this gets to like the core of it. I don't have to be doing exactly what I thought I wanted to be doing, like whatever shape form it takes, as long as I get to do it with my my best friend and we love doing it. That's all that matters. So.
Is there anything that you wish you'd failed at? So something that you wish you'd failed at because you thought that it might teach you something? What do you think?
Ooh.
That is a good question.
Yeah, these are great questions.
Because you learn best from failures, right?
Yeah.
But you never really want to fail. It's not a fun experience.
I think sometimes I wish I had failed at like maybe the writing part of Tubby Nugget. Like early on, I feel like I would have enjoyed like the challenge of like, oh, maybe these stories don't resonate with people. How can I make better stories that like connect with other people?
Right.
As a writer, I love challenges, and I love like trying out new genres. And so yeah, I didn't really get to try any other versions of Tubby Nugget stories beyond like the really wholesome and like silly content. And I sometimes miss that as a writer, where like I miss like more of the like the dramatic pieces that I used to write. But yeah, that could have been really fun. I feel like it would have made me a stronger writer if I had had a little more talent there.
Well, you kind of hit it off the bat, just with the Tubby Nugget tone and the book and everything. And I guess same like with the books. The first book is being received pretty positively, and
That's very sweet.
So I don't know if I would have wanted the first book to be a failure, though. I
like that the theme is Josh does not want to fail.
I mean, I know it's important.
You want to peak, like this is like the stepping stone, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I will say this. I feel like the second book is already way better than the first book. So it's coming out in October. So,
exciting.
Yeah, because we learned a lot. We did learn a lot. We didn't fail, but we did learn a lot in making the first book.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, unfortunately, it was such a success. You haven't needed to explore other tones or other stories because it's already great.
That's true.
People already love it.
I'm very touched by it. It's still something that we are like. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm gonna wake up from this eventually, and I will find out that nobody loves Tubby. But we've been very blessed. I'm very appreciative.
You never know. Maybe in the future, Dark Side Tubby Nugget is there waiting. That's a new story that will open later.
Oh my gosh, teenage angst Tubby is on his way.
That's the movie. It's Teenage Angst Tubby. That's the movie.
So funny.
Yeah.
It would be really, really funny to see an angsty Tubby Nugget. Cranky.
I mean, there's probably another Nugget like that in Nuggetville.
There definitely is. There are
Angsty Nugget.
Angsty Nugget.
Yeah.
Real creative with the name.
We try to make the lawn a safe space for everyone who comes on it. But when you're both dealing with tough times, what's your safe space? What does it look like or feel like?
So my safe space is probably my kitchen, actually. I love cooking and I love food, and like food has always been like a very big love language for me. Sometimes it pops up in Tubby's stories too, which is why he loves snacks and he loves sharing them with people. But I think that it's just nice for me to like have a creative space that is just for like myself and just to like, I think that it's nice to have something that I know is just to love myself and to love my creativity in a way that's not for financial benefit. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I love food. Food is great. I was the Filipino love language is food.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, I love. We both love gaming.
Oh, that's true. Yes, we both love video games.
What
and,
games?
Yeah, we
Can
just set
you
up.
tell us?
Yeah, we've been playing this game called Enshrouded. It's kind of like Minecraft meets like
Skyrim, a little
Skyrim,
bit?
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go out, you fight monsters, and then you come back and you build your base.
And you can play it with like friends all over the world, so they can like sign onto the server, and so somebody can be fighting monsters across the map, and like me, I'm making a farm. I caught all of the animals, and I'm building a farm for them.
We actually rebuilt our apartment in
really
the game. And so it was kind of fun. Yeah,
so we made each other. They basically made each other next door neighbors. Yeah. So they built their existing apartments, but next door to one another.
And this is actually something kind of interesting. We wrote the second book while playing this game because so you know it's like Minecraft. So there's a lot of like mining elements to it where you just have to collect resources, and it's it's very relaxing. You kind of turn your brain off, right? And so while we were mining for resources to build our apartment,
we were just talking.
We were just talking.
Like, okay, what do you imagine like the world of Tubby Nugget looks like if he's on Earth, and what changes when he's here that he doesn't have on Nuggetville?
Yeah, what's a natural what would naturally happen after the events of the first book? Yeah. What if this happened? What if there was like a little robot? Blah blah blah. Yeah. And we figured out basically the entire book while playing video games. So
yeah, I feel like it's very important to have safe spaces outside of like your structured like work one sometimes. It helped a lot.
Yeah, just trying to get us in that flow state of creativity. You know?
So correct me if I'm wrong, but that tells me then that a lot of the conceptualizing and just creation process of anything related to Tubby Nugget doesn't necessarily feel like work to you guys. Am I right?
You know what's funny is that it doesn't, because there's definitely stuff that takes a lot of time and a lot of practice. Like Josh, especially, he's self-taught when it comes to animating, so he can spend hours on his iPad like drawing and creating the art and working with the art team. But I feel like what we've found has helped us a lot is finding like a mix of structure and a mix of like freedom in our work pacing. So like if we wake up a little bit later, we don't feel like it's important to guilt ourselves into like, oh, we didn't get enough done in the first few hours of the morning. Like if we weren't creatively there, we just weren't creatively there. And so we can have that same creative space set up for us later in the day, and it actually works better for us.
There is a lot of like more monotonous, tedious work. Not tedious. I mean, like I do love animating, It does take a while, and then drawing the book, it takes a while. But I would say the first step of that process, which is the creative step of us, brainstorming, that for me, I mean, if that was the only thing we were doing, none of the process would feel like, work. Because it's my favorite part, and it's fun just like brainstorming with Jenine. I mean, it's literally stuff we would do for fun, even without work. Without the necessity of having a job. So that is that's the best part. And the funny thing is, like, there have been times where maybe I'm like, oh, we got it. We need a video for tomorrow. Let's try to think of one. And whenever I'm in like that stressful, anxious mode, it never works, And I'm
happens.
like, the irony of it is like, you need to be in this like relaxed. Our work necessitates being in a relaxed, calm, tranquil state.
This also necessitates us still having fun doing it.
Yes. Yeah. So if we notice we're not having fun, we're just like, okay, let's full stop. That's actually,
we need to switch this up right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get on Enshrouded. Let's play some games.
That's great, though. I'm so glad you guys have like this freedom that if you're not feeling that creative spark, it's not the time to be creating. You need to get yourself in the better mindset. That's so good for you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
obviously you have created your own little character in Tubby Nugget, and it's very rare that we get a guest on that has created their own character. So I'll phrase this usual question differently, which is, if failure was a little character in your head, but it can't be Tubby Nugget, what would it look like? Usually our guests haven't created an iconic character, so that's easy, but it can't be Tubby Nugget in this case.
Can't be Tubby. Cannot be Tubby.
Listen, there's a lot of different nuggets out there. We already discussed nuggets.
That's cheating.
So there was failure nugget, a self-doubt nugget. Listen, they're like Care Bears. You could just like name,
I mean, I think we did actually characterize best like how my like little failure bubble looks like. He's like this little he's like a little amoeba, and he's kind of just like around, like sitting on my shoulder, and he's just like, don't do that. Nope, that's wrong. Nope. You're gonna be thinking about this later. That's too bad. Like, that's what my anxiety looks like, is this little guy just sitting on my shoulder being like, oh, you're gonna think about that later. Well, that's too bad. No, could have done better. And I'm trying to work on like embracing that. Like, honestly, that one Disney series did such a great job characterizing it. The baseball one.
Win or lose.
Lose. I loved.
So good.
I loved Win or Lose, because that's exactly what my anxiety looks like. Is this? It starts off so small, and then the more I feed it, it's this heaviness that sits on my shoulders, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm messing everything up. Yeah, that is what I think my failure looks like if I don't calm it, and like if I don't like embrace it and cool things down. Yeah.
I think my failure looks like a man in a business suit.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's not a great character.
We went movie really quickly.
Yeah, it's like, it's supposed to be cute.
You know what? That would also terrify me. You're right.
Well, he's like, why aren't you more successful?
Oh, therapy. Oh,
I think he looks like my grandpa.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think, Maddie? Are we letting them formally onto the lawn?
Absolutely. We welcome your failures.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone that comes onto the lawn can have a title. Would you like a title? You can have, like, it can be Nugget Princess. What would you like?
Wait, oh my gosh. Wait. Okay.
What should we make each other's titles?
Okay.
All right.
Well, actually, no. You're gonna choose a weird one for me. I would like to be Night Nugget.
Night Nugget?
Oh.
Night Nugget. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It sounds like a super cool superhero if it's like spelled with an N, but it also sounds like a
night.
I see.
Night. So good.
That is cool.
Thank you.
I'll be a court jester, Josh.
Yeah, actually, that suits Josh very well. Court jester, Josh.
Well, I'm jester because that was the only job available at
You're
the
the humble
appointment center.
jester.
That is that's my usual role. No, it's okay. You can be the joyful. I'm the one that I needed. That was the only option when I went to the job center. So
yeah. We're same brain right here.
Exactly.
We would love to if there's an employment room for us, a backup, an understudy jester, that would be great.
Well, my job as the jester every episode is I bring a couple of things that have happened in the world for our queen to adjudicate on, and of course, as part of her court, you both are able to adjudicate with her, and we judge whether it's genuinely a fail in the world or whether it's actually totally okay. So if it's a fail, this is what we hear.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
I love that.
If it's just okay, if it's just mid, this is what we hear.
Under 5 power, dead!
Bit of both, alive but also not. Yeah. And if it's great, obviously, we play that lovely disco music from before. So I thought, because you're both on, well, I'm going to try and get news pieces related to either chickens or nuggets, which is
Okay.
harder than I thought would be to source. So I've branched out a little bit, and then God put this piece of news in my lap last night.
Okay.
Which is that a large shipment of Kit Kat bars was stolen while in transit to distributors, a major candy crime right before the Easter holiday that could cause shortages for customers. The truck carrying, oh my God, this is a lot of numbers, 413,793 units of a new mysterious chocolate range, around 12 tons of chocolate bars, was pilfered while driving through Europe on the 26th of March. The spokesperson for Nestle said, "We've always encouraged people to have a break with Kit Kat, but it seems thieves have taken the message too literally and made a break with more than 12 tons of our chocolate." The statement continued. "Whilst we appreciate the criminal's exceptional taste, the fact remains that cargo theft is an escalating issue for businesses of all sizes. With more sophisticated schemes being deployed on a regular basis, we have chosen to go public with our own experience in the hopes that it raises awareness of an increasingly common criminal trend. Please, court, for your adjudication."
I mean, Jenine and Josh, do you like Kit Kats? Would you suffer
I
loss?
love Kit Kat. It's like my mom's favorite candy. She loves Kit Kat.
Anytime we're in Asia, I'm picking up every like funky flavor of Kit Kat I can. That's like our family tradition.
I mean, my question is like, when you steal that many Kit Kats, like, what do you do with them afterwards? You know?
Yeah.
Where do you
It's
put
like
them?
so because
How do you hide them?
like yeah, where do you put them? Like, it feel like it should be easy to find. You know, it's like just smell the large box of chocolate. You know.
Not only that, I'm wondering, I was like, do these thieves preemptively like have like frozen storage available for like storing the Kit Kats? What not? Like I'm like you basically lose out on like all of the profit if you damage the Kit Kat.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to be like extremely prepared for food thievery.
I'm thinking like these pirates, they don't really like, it's not advertised on the ship what they're carrying, right? So they probably go on the ship and like, let's get some electronics, let's get some money, and they're like, oh, dang it, we got the Kit Kat ship. Like, we're here already. We might as well
Kit
get
Kats could
together.
still be a bit valuable, you know? Have a snack.
Yeah.
Okay, but how are you gonna? You need a distribution chain,
That's true.
to make money off of Kit Kats.
Well, actually, I don't feel like that's that hard because
You don't
everybody,
think
like,
it's hard?
so many convenience stores can sell Kit Kats.
Well, but where did they get their Kit Kats? They get them from their regular distributors. So a new
But what if this guy is just like, hey, I'm a new like Kit Kat
Like a
distributor, and
Kit
I got
Kat
a lot of
dealer
it."
on street corners.
Yeah.
He opens his
Yeah,
cupboard of
the
Kit
guy-
Kats. You won't believe what
the
I've got.
store's gonna look up and be like, hey, wasn't a lot of Kit Kats just stolen?
I don't know how up to date are storekeepers on the knowledge of Kit Kat thievery.
I mean, if they're buying Kit Kats on the regular, they
I feel like we're getting so off topic. I'm so sorry.
No, this is what it's here for. This is your adjudication.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like those thieves, you can't really make money off
You
it.
can.
And so really all that's
bad,
left.
And it is a new limited edition bar. So, you know.
Is it? Well, that
Before
changes
you
things.
Put it before anyone else.
Ooh.
12 tons of it
See,
before anyone
I-
else.
I feel like someone could make it work.
Mm.
Is it bad that I think that way? I'm like, I feel like
I don't see the business plan here. This would be another failure in the book.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, now they have a lot of Kit Kats that they can eat for.
12 tons.
So are we
worth.
thinking it's mid? Are we thinking it's we survived but we're dead?
Or is it a proper
kind of
fail?
I think it might be mid because, like, at the end of the day, you got free Kit Kats.
Yeah. There's negatives and there's positives.
Yeah.
You failed in your original goal, but you got a lot of Kit Kats. So I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll
I
give it a
think
mid.
this is a mid.
We're going mid? Okay.
Survived but we're dead.
You know what?
It
And the
sounds like-
sound reminds me of like just a huge container of Kit Kats arriving in the ocean. You know, because that's the scene where they like drop into the ocean. So it feels very like related.
It's fate. It's fate. That was
Yeah.
the perfect sound.
I did manage to find a nugget themed news piece that I think you might appreciate.
Ooh.
Fresh
Ooh,
nuggets
okay.
for boy after Dad steals his food. A video has gone viral of a 4-year-old boy who was left in tears after his dad stole his last chicken nugget at a football match. Rory was devastated when his dad took his last chicken nugget at a home game of their beloved Wolverhampton Wanderers, and his despair was caught on the stadium's big screen. Since the match against Newcastle on the 18th of January, Dad Tom said people had stopped him in the street to call him a chicken nugget thief. Of the theft, Tom told BBC Radio, "I thought I'd gotten away with it until I saw the video on the night. Random people at work walking down the road will now say, 'You're the chicken nugget thief, aren't you?'" Wolves, however, did rectify the issue. They gave the family seats and mert, and they did give Rory a whole batch of fresh chicken nuggets. Adjudication, please.
I feel like that's justice, right? That's justice.
Wait, the entire
like
family. Wait, this person who stole the chicken nugget, that's his dad,
It's his dad.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see. You
And
think
so-
it's a crime
no,
that the dad
no.
also gets free nuggets.
Well, no, what so they rewarded the entire family.
They rewarded Rory with Rory, whose chicken nuggets were
What if
stolen.
the dad steals another of those nuggets?
Oh my god.
He might do it. He might, oh, more for me.
They got the club mascot Wolfie to present Rory with a fresh new bag of nuggets.
And
A
Yeah,
fortnight
I
later,
just-
so they did
okay.
take their time. It wasn't instant, you know?
I would say it's like I'm a little confused because this dad. Okay, well, first of all, it kind of depends. If the dad was already giving all the food to the kid, and he's like, "Kid, just come on, let me just get one nugget," you know. And that's different. Or if the dad is just like, munching away and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna get another one," and the kid's crying. So that we don't know that part of the story, right?
So you think it might
So,
have been
but-
theft for good reason?
It's hard to say, But however, I will also point out like it's hard to like it's kind of weird that the entire family gets rewarded off like this kind of like almost like intimate family conflict.
You are thinking so deeply about this.
I'm just saying how many families have been to like a baseball game and like it's like, "Oh, mom, Rory took a bite of my hot dog," and it doesn't get covered by the news, I'm like, is this really? I'm not saying I'm not happy for them that they got free tickets, but I'm just saying it's not a.
Listen,
It's
nuggets
slow
are
news day.
precious. If you've got like your box of 6 nuggets, would you want someone to take one of your nuggets?
Exactly. And 6 is so few nuggets.
I agree. It's a travesty, but I'm just saying I feel like it's probably more common.
What Josh is saying is he wants more people to get free nuggets. It's
Yeah. I mean, like
crazy.
next time we go to an event, we'll start a little fight with our food and be like, and hopefully get.
See, that's
So,
why Josh has no shame, because he's like, "I'll be the thief. I'll take your nuggets. That
No,
we
but
get more free nuggets for both of us."
That's what I'll tell you ahead of time.
Would you be one of those people that shouted at the dad down the street, "You're the chicken nugget thief"? Would you have been one of those people?
If you think about it, those people were actually helping him and his son get more notoriety so they could get free tickets.
I don't know if you can tell, but he's the inspiration behind Tubby's friend Nobby for a reason.
That makes sense now.
Makes
Yeah.
so much sense. I don't know. I think this is justice. I feel like that little boy not only got to shame his dad a little
Okay.
bit, but got free nuggets.
Listen, this is like someone, like a thief going into the store, maybe stealing some Kit Kats, and then store
Very
owner
relevant.
is like, and then the police come in and be like, "Store owner, we're so sorry, or your Kit Kats got stolen. We're gonna reward you and the thief with more Kit Kats." Like Rory's probably like, "Why is my dad? My dad's the one that stole from me. Why is he getting rewarded too, man?"
I
You
hate
get-
that it's making sense.
It
You've
makes
raised a
sense,
good
right?
point.
Yeah.
Very annoying. Good point.
Mm. What do we think then? Is this a failure or is this justice?
It's not justice. It's definitely not justice. Well, because the dad, who the thief, got a reward. It
Well,
can't be
technically,
justice.
the nuggets were for Rory.
Yes, and yes, he did get more. It might be another mid. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I don't think we're going to come to a conclusion on this one. I could talk for hours about it.
Thank you for satisfying Josh's innate need to call out. I'll go with mid. I approve of
We're
mid.
going for mid. Okay.
Mr. Fun Firework Dad!
Oh,
Well, thank you for being part of the Queen's Court. We move on to where the Queen herself presents some news. So there we go. Woo! After you, Mads.
So, my Nugget friends, are you fans of the figure skating, perchance?
I
Oh,
am.
yes.
Oh my gosh, Josh just cried. Oh, sorry, am I exposing too much?
Yeah, no, we can get into it.
He just watched.
I wanted to bring up about Kaori Sakamoto's wonderful exit from professional skating. She won gold at the Worlds, and everyone is obviously sad to see her go, but it was glorious, wasn't it? And she did her final selfie.
4-time world champion. One of the greatest.
Did you see that picture from the Olympics? That beautiful picture of like her tears just falling like little crystals off her face. That was a really famous picture, wasn't it?
So gracious. And so, like, literally, I was like, oh, I wish I was that way when I cried. I mean, she has so much to be proud of.
Yeah.
I was so happy that it was captured. And, like, I've always loved figure skating. I wish I could. But, could figure skate. I have tried. It's not a very easy sport, but I think Josh and I have been recently watching a lot of, like, the figure skating from this year, and it's been so exciting.
Would Tubby Nugget figure skate? Is that something he'd try out?
We considered it. He will probably be as good at figure skating as I am, which is not good. I unfortunately can only skate on one leg. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but I can't, when I'm on the ice, I can only lift my right leg. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how to lift my left leg when I'm on the ice. And so it just looks like,
your left leg's like, no, not today, not on here.
no, yeah, my left leg has just decided to check out for the evening. So I will continue watching all these wonderful figure skaters on my screen instead.
Tubby also technically doesn't have feet. Yeah, you would have to make specialty nug skates for him.
Specialty skates for a nugget.
Well, every episode we also have where we bring things that we have been enjoying from the week for our listeners to be able to also potentially experience. We'll start off first so you can have a little bit of time to think. Maddie, what would you like to contribute this time?
Yesterday I had the privilege of shooting a very tiny concert in a town called Saltaire of this band from Montreal called Rosier. So I'm going to exchange that band. They've got really gorgeous sort of alternative rocky music. It's very beautiful, very calming. So if you've not heard of them, I bring this to you.
Can I get their name again? What were their name?
Rosier. Rosier.
Oh my gosh, I love when people recommend new music for me to listen to, and I love that
Oh,
genre. So I
great!
will listen.
I will contribute weighted blankets because you can never have too many blankets and you can never have too many blankets that hug you. So a weighted blanket, everyone, if you don't have one. What would you both like to contribute into the chest?
As of recent, it's super recent. Oh, Josh has a snack that he wants to share.
Oh, no, you go first.
No, you go first.
Okay. Janine just went to the farmer's market the other day, and she brought back these salted caramel mini French cakes.
They're actually the most delicious.
PetiteLingot.com. I get. Is this like a?
I think they're a small business. Yeah,
a small business. I don't know how worldwide they are, but they're probably the best thing I've ever eaten in my life.
They're so delicious.
Yeah. They're so good.
I mean, you've got the sweet tooth, Mads, haven't you?
I do have the sweet tooth. I heard it from my mom.
Apparently, Mads has one too.
Oh yeah. So
he's gonna eat it now.
So good.
You're just going for it.
A live review.
It is pretty amazing.
It's glorious.
Really,
I think it's what heaven is like, honestly.
And for me, something. I want to think of something random. Felicia Chow's coloring books. Ooh, I just ordered another one. I've been trying to find like more hobbies that are not like the norm of what I'm used to doing, because I have a tendency of like, how can we make this beneficial towards Tubby? So I think coloring books have been like one of the things that I've been trying to lean towards. And Felicia Chow is such an incredible like Asian artist, and I love her art style so much, and she has coloring books according to my therapist. So I just ordered my first few copies, and I will be getting them
Aw.
soon.
Are they like adult coloring books?
I think so, because her art style is usually leans a little more towards like adults. But I feel like kids would also probably really enjoy it. Like her colors are so like autumn and like autumn fall palette, and I love the color schemes that she uses. Yeah.
Artistically, what would you say your biggest inspirations are? Like, what are the ones that have defined your work? Like, whether that's actual art, books, films, music. What are your biggest ones?
That's such a good question. We have like a whole bookshelf full of art books, actually. Like right behind. If I can move my screen to show you, I would show you.
We love classic like Miyazaki's.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you can tell by our background, but all of like the Miyazaki portraits behind us. Like we have this one from the Miyazaki Museum.
This is gonna date me a little bit, but I mean, I love this cartoon growing up called VeggieTales, and yeah, it's like, I mean, the characters are very simple, and they don't even have hands. And so when I was younger, I would like go through like the DVD menu and go frame by frame to see how they would animate them. And actually, it probably influenced Tubby a little bit, you know. So yeah,
I can imagine, because it's such a simple design, but also such strong like characterization. Like you can just get the expressions and everything.
It's all in the face. Yeah. It's all in the face. You that's the main part of the design.
Yeah. For Tubby, I feel like the music that I lean towards is more like Japanese city pop and lo-fi music, like stuff that feels very like upbeat and friendly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The Steven Universe soundtrack actually I feel plays a really big part in like my love for music. So Rebecca Sugar has done an incredible job with everything that she writes. She used to work on Adventure Time, and then she started transitioning that music towards Steven Universe. And a lot of the characters in that feel so like similarly like wholesome to Tubby, maybe like a little more adult.
Yeah.
But I feel like that has inspired a lot of like how Tubby approaches like individuals on Earth. Yeah. Infinity Train is also one of my favorite animations. It's also a little more like of an catered to like young adults. But it talks a lot about. I think that something I always told Josh is that my writing preference is always for like pieces that are really focused on characters that are stories that are very character driven, whether or not they're in fantastical worlds. Right. Like I love like a really cool like environment, but at the core, I care the most about the characters. And so if they don't have like something that inspires me or like intrigues me, I feel like I'm a little more disconnected. Yeah. So Rebecca Sugar, Alex Hirsch.
I have to ask, because you mentioned Miyazaki, which one would be your favorite?
That's a good one. Oh my gosh, I love. Okay, so if I'm looking for feel good, it's Kiki's Delivery Service or Spirited Away.
Of course.
Yes, those two are like super handless.
Spirited Away.
Listen, Spirited Away is like I'm feeling good, but I need a little bit of trouble.
I was terrified of Spirited Away as a kid.
I love
Parents turning into pigs. I was
that
like, when I was like 9, like
if I need a little more like drama, but like with a message, it's Princess Mononoke and Castle in the Sky. Like those two are.
I would think Castle in the Sky is more of a favorite one, no?
Castle in the Sky, there's a little like it's a very bittersweet because you know like a lot of the like the loss that happened with like the people from that time in Laputa. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think but each of them has such like a beautiful backstory, and so I think that's what appeals to me the most.
Yeah, I concur.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, it's sign-off time. We always leave our listeners with a message. It can be whatever you like. We've had really uplifting ones like, be yourself. But we've also had practical things like have a shower each day. You can take it wherever you want to take it. Mads and I can start, so you can have a bit of time to think. Mads, what do you want to sign off with today?
Get a cute little character. It might be Tubby Nugget. It might be Larry here. You need a cute little character by your side. That's what I'm leaving with today.
Oh my god!
If you want to get a better look.
That's adorable.
Yeah, I know.
That is so adorable.
I love a little trinket.
Oh, guy, isn't he?
little guy.
It's a little guy.
Little stance.
My sign off will be: don't get taken in by the nice photos on the front of food packaging. Sometimes it's not that nice.
That's
So,
good
I
one.
was, I was burnt today. I
Sounds
thought
like
it was
a story behind
personal.
this.
It wasn't.
Mm,
That sounds personal. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it was. It was. I was like,
Oh my God.
there was like this sachet of mac and cheese that came out that was new. The easiest way to get me to get anything is to tell me that it's new. And so it looked
Okay.
nice. I tried it. It wasn't.
I'm so sorry.
Just
That's even worse because I love mac and cheese, and
Right.
so to be betrayed by mac and cheese
It's
makes
sad.
me so upset for you.
mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
What would you both like to leave everyone with?
This is such a invigorating. I honestly was not expecting any of the questions you guys were going to ask today,
I feel like
which
you
is
loved
so
it.
it was great. It was such a fun conversation. Maybe really got me thinking. Number one, don't steal, but if you are going to steal, get some Kit Kats.
Okay.
Concern. If you guys find another Kit Kat thievery in the news, it's probably Josh, and you can turn him in. I give you permission. I'm so sorry.
All right,
Oh
what's
my gosh.
yours?
My sign off was gonna be so much more wholesome.
Okay,
gonna
well,
be
you should have probably gone
appropriate.
first.
I was gonna say though, I was like, listen, if you're having a bad day, treat yourself to your favorite snack.
Kit Kats.
Aw.
Just now it sounds bad because you suggested we steal Kit Kat.
Yeah, treat yourself to a snack. If you don't have any money for your favorite snack, steal some Kit Kats.
There it is. They're both
Yeah.
individual messages and a full picture.
Yeah.
It worked.
That's right. Goes 1 and 2.
Oh my
That's our creative collaboration. That's right here.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well, thank you so much for coming on. It's such a pleasure. Where can people find you?
oh, thank you guys so much.
You can find us at Tubby Nugget on most social media platforms on Instagram and TikTok. And
on
well,
Facebook and YouTube, we are Tubby Nug
Yeah.
because the Tubby Nugget handle was taken
That's
10
very
years
sad.
ago.
But yeah, or tubbynugget.com.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can see like our Tubby plushies, and you can also have links to where you can find our books if you're looking for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Tubby Nugget was already taken. Who took Tubby Nugget previously?
Oh, you guys want a fun, quick little story from Josh?
Yes.
Is
Oh,
that
okay, yeah. So originally, Tubby Nugget on Instagram was taken, right? And
10
for the
years ago,
first
yes.
for the first maybe year, we were Tubby Nuggets plural, right? And I messaged the guy, and this is probably one of the rarest occurrences. But I was like, "Hey, man, I'm sure trying to start this cartoon. Do you think would you be down to do like a username swap, right?" And he was like, "Yeah, he
He
was
was so
completely
nice.
down.
He
Didn't
was,
even
it was just his personal account.
yeah. He
So
didn't
he-
even ask for money. He was like, he was so gracious. And I was like, dude, thank you. You made my day. And he was like, no, you made mine. And I was like, what? So sweet.
I'm so
yeah?
glad we could share that story.
Yeah.
I hope he's doing well in life. But yeah, he's the whole reason we have the Tubby Nugget username.
Oh.
What a lovely little story. Well, thanks for sharing that.
Well, thank you both so much for coming on. It's been such a pleasure. We wish you every success with the book. Thank you so much.
Thank you both so much.
Thank you
and
for
thank you for
having
such a
us.
fun conversation.
This was so much fun.
Bye, Larry.
Bye.
Well, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to yet another episode of Falling Upwards. It's always a pleasure to have you listening. See you next time.
Bye. I nearly forgot it, I nearly just said a regular bye.